Okay. Good evening, yogis. Hi. Oh, there's already two people there waiting. Hello. Not sure who they are. If you want to chat, the chat box is open. So just type away if you can. If you feel like you want to say hi. Hope you've all had a nice day. Wednesday, midweek. Weekend's coming soon. Not that we can go anywhere, but hey ho. Now I'm not sure. I'm having like real trouble with the lighting. So because I've not really got anywhere else to sort of um, deliver the classes from. And this is really the only kind of big space that I've got. So if you feel like, it's too dark with the window, with the curtains open, then please just like write something in the text box, in the chat box, and let me know. Or if you prefer it like this, then I don't know if that's any better. I'm not sure. I'm not really techie when it comes to these sorts of things. Maybe I'll just leave it like that and see if that's okay. Anyway, we'll see how we go and we'll get on from there. So yeah, you will need tonight your mat or a towel, like always, to practice on. Something that you're kind of not gonna slip on. Bare feet, if preferable, just gives you that little bit more grip and that little bit more grounding. And a block as well. Now, obviously, not everyone's going to have a block. I appreciate that, and I know that. So you can use a textbook, or possibly if you have a thick book, you can use one of those, or a cushion, or a rolled up mat. You're not going to need a strap this evening because we've got a brand new flow, so that's quite exciting. It's going to be lots of twists, some revolved sort of things. It's new, so bear with me. I've never taught this flow before, so yeah, let's just go with it and see how we get on. Hopefully, everyone's been, getting into the swing of this whole isolation situation we've got going on. And I'm hoping that by delivering these classes to you, that it's going to help in some way, just to maybe bring a little bit of calm to people's lives, if you know without having that control there over what's happening with maybe work and family life and seeing friends and things like that. So if you just want to come to seated on your mat, if you have a block or a cushion or a rolled up towel or something, or a textbook, just place it underneath your sitting bones, and just the edges of your sit bones on the edge of the block, just so that your knees can come lower than your hips. We can come to seated in a cross-legged position. Okay. Now you can either place your hands on your knees, or you can have your palms facing upwards with your index finger and your thumb to touch. Straight spine. Elongate the sides of the body and just roll the shoulders away from the ears. Just taking a couple of moments to relax into this seated posture. Depending on what you've been doing all day, you might not have been sitting upright. You might have been hunched over a desk, or I don't know, helping to teach kids, or if you work in the NHS, you might have been running around like a headless chicken, and we all appreciate you for what you're doing, so keep going. Bring yourself to settle once you've had a few rolls of the shoulders. Close down the eyes and just start to bring your awareness to the space in between your eyebrows. Just taking a few calm inhales and exhales. Allowing your mind to switch off and to settle. Allowing your body to connect with the mat or the towel or the floor. Allowing yourself to Appreciate the space, the silence, or if you've got music playing, appreciate the sounds. Appreciate the stillness. Take an inhale through the nose and then let it go through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose and release through the mouth. And then bring your lips to close. We're just going to start inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Taking the breath through the abdomen. So as we inhale, send the air into the belly. Feel the belly rise. And then as we exhale, draw the navel back towards the spine. Keeping the eyes closed, jaw relaxed. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, release the breath and the navel draws back towards the spine. Inhale, belly rises, filling up with air. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Keep that focus, your drishti, your focus point on the space in between your eyebrows as you carry on breathing this deep abdominal breath, maybe increasing the count of the breath. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, release the abdomen for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release the belly, draw the navel back to the spine. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, release the breath through the nose and out of the belly. Next time you inhale, send the breath in through the belly and then start to feel it ascend up. So the rib cage is expanding. The breath is coming into the chest. As your chest expands and you send the breath up into the shoulders and then release the breath through the shoulders, the chest, the rib cage, and finally the abdomen, drawing that navel in towards your spine. Inhale, your belly rises, filling up with air, expanding into the rib cage, expanding into your chest and into your shoulders, relaxing the shoulders, and then releasing the breath through the nose, releasing it from the chest and the rib cage and the belly. One more time, inhale, belly rises, chest expands, filling up with air. Send the breath up into the shoulders, into the throat, and then release the breath through the nose, releasing it through the chest, and finally the abdomen. Repeat this 2 more times in your own rhythm. A full yogic breath, activating into your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest. If you have a lot of stress in your life, if you're always on edge, feeling a little anxious of what's to come next, feeling uncertain, breathing in this deep way by filling up the whole body with prana and life force can really just help to calm the mind, decrease the blood pressure. It's really good for your well-being as well. So next inhale, just come back to a regular rhythm of breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose. Keep your focus on the space in between your eyebrows. And all I want you to do through this practice is listen to your body. If you have any injuries, then please be mindful of where these are, and please don't try and go into any postures if you know that it's not going to be good on your body. There's always the option to come to a child's pose or to rest. It's your practice. You can go as far as you want with it. Inhale one more time, deeply through the nose, and let it go through the mouth. Bowing the chin towards the chest, and just begin to flicker the eyes open. And then we're going to start moving into the body. We're going to start with some twists in the side bodies because we're going to be having a little bit of a twisty practice today, something new. So inhale, raise the hands high. Palms might touch. As you exhale, bring the right hand behind you and your left arm in front of you, and then twist to the right hand side. Peeling that right shoulder away from your ear. Maybe your gaze comes over your right shoulder, trying to keep the integrity in the back and the spine. Inhale, raise the hands high. Back to center. As you exhale, twisting to the left. Left arm goes behind, right arm comes in front. Gaze is over your left shoulder. Inhale, raising the hands high once more. Exhaling, twisting to the right. Inhaling, lifting your gaze, coming back to center. As you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, raise your hands high all the way back to center. Exhale, release the hands down. Bringing the hands to the knees. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe move the neck from side to side, from left to right. Gaze comes up to the ceiling, chin drops to the chest. And then coming back to a place of stillness, remove your cushion or your block or your book from underneath your bum and then just place it on the side. And we're going to come into a tabletop position and start mobilizing into the spine, creating some space and some movement in the side body so that we can begin to twist later on. So tops of the feet pressed into the mat. You want your knees about hip distance apart and your knees want to be stacked underneath your hips. Bring your hands to the floor, wrists stacked underneath the shoulders. Roll your shoulders away from the ears and spread those fingers. As we inhale into our cow, we're going to arch the back. Tailbone comes up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling or wherever 45-degree angle is. Exhale into your cat. Rounding the back, push into the mat, lifting that navel up towards your spine. Inhale into your cow. Chest shines through the arms. Exhale into your cat. Round your back. Push through the mat, lifting your spine up to the ceiling as you inhale into your cow. Arch that back, tailbone lifts up high. Exhale, rounding into that cat back. Inhale back to center. And then we're just going to begin to thread the needle, working into the side body. So making sure you're stable in this left hand. Stable in both feet and both legs. You're going to inhale, raise your right hand high, twisting to the right. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your right arm through, planting your right shoulder on the floor and bringing your head down to the mat and feeling the twist in the right side of the body. Take a breath, keeping the hips stacked above the knees. Inhale, lift and elongate that arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Repeat on the left. Inhale, raise your left hand high. Exhale, twist, bringing your left shoulder to the floor and your left temple and feeling the twist in the left side of your body. Breathe. Inhale, raising that left hand high. As you exhale, plant the left hand down. Okay, and we're just going to move into some tabletop sort of balance twists now. So making sure that you're planting down through your hands. You're going to step back with your left foot onto the ball of your foot, pushing your heel towards the back of the room, keeping your alignment in your knees and your hips. Your gaze is forward. And then we're going to take the opposite arm, so your left arm. Lift your left arm high And then twist over to the left-hand side. Gaze is coming up to that left hand, if it's comfortable, on the neck. Peeling the left shoulder away from the ear. Don't try not to tense the shoulders up high. Really opening up into this frontal body and feeling the twist down the side of your right. Exhale, lower your hand. And then bring your knee back to center. We'll repeat on the left. So left leg goes out long, pushing your left heel to the back of the mat, keeping your hips aligned with your knees. As you inhale, you're going to raise your right arm and twist over to the right, stacking your shoulders on top of one another. Gaze might be up at your right fingers, pushing back through your left heel. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down to the mat, bringing your knee back to tabletop. And then we're just going to come down into our child's pose. So bringing your knees out to the edges of the mat, or you can keep them in together, whichever is comfortable to you. Bring your big toes to touch, walking your hands forward and sinking your hips down onto your heels, bringing your forehead onto the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Close the eyes if you need to and just settle into your child's pose. And just know that your child's pose is a posture that you can come to throughout the class whenever you need to, whenever you feel like you need a little bit of a rest, when you feel like you need to check in with your body and check in with your alignment, your breath, anything like that. Please feel free to come here. Nobody's judging you. No one can see you. If you want to set an intention for your class as well, then maybe being in your child's pose just here is the place to do that. Your intention, your sankalpa, can be positive words of affirmation. It can be a mantra that you maybe sing to yourself or say to yourself sometimes. Just do it, or I am enough, or this too shall pass, or anything you feel like you want to give yourself, any words of encouragement. Or maybe your intention for the class is just to send your energy to those who need it more than you at the moment. Take another deep inhale through the nose, release through the mouth. And then as you inhale, next time come back onto your tabletop, stacking your wrists underneath your shoulders. We'll move into our first downward facing dog of the class. So tucking your toes and your knees want to be about hip distance apart. We're going to push down through the index finger and the thumb, making sure that our shoulders are over our wrists. Inhale, lifting your knees. Exhale, sending your tailbone towards the ceiling, bringing your chest towards your thighs and guiding those heels down towards the floor. Gentle bend in the knees if you have tight hamstrings in order to pull that tailbone up towards the sky. Imagine there's a piece of string pulling it up high. Head comes between the biceps and gaze is down at the feet. If you have tight shoulders, you can bring your arms to the side of the mat just to give you more space for your chest to come closer to your thighs. Take 2 breaths here. And then we're going to slowly walk the hands back towards the heels so that the heels eventually meet the mat. You can keep a bend in the knees if you want to here. Head is still hanging heavy. And then we're in our shortened down dog. We're just going to twist. So bringing the right hand to the outside of the left ankle and then twisting underneath and gazing up underneath that left armpit. Tailbone still reaching towards the sky. Soft bend in the knees if you need to. Breathe. Inhale, bringing your hand back into your short down dog. This time with the left hand. Bringing the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. And then twisting to the right hand side. Your gaze might come under your right armpit if it's comfortable to do so. Remember, keep bending those knees in order to send the tailbone high and keep the integrity of the back. Keep breathing. Inhale, bring your hand back to center. Then we're just going to walk the hands back to the front of the mat, landing in our normal downward dog position. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower the heels. Maybe pedal out the heels, lifting one and then lifting the other. And then come to a place of stillness. Once more, inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, walk or step to the top of the mat. Keeping a soft bend in the knees as you land in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. So if you have tight hamstrings, soft bend in the knees so your chest can come to your thighs and your hands can come to the floor and your head can hang heavy. Inhaling to your half lift, flat back. Exhaling to fold. This time we're going to twist. Place your right hand in front of your feet. As you inhale to twist to your left, bring your left hand high. Your right leg stays straight. Sorry, your left leg stays straight. Your right leg can bend. And stack that right shoulder on top, that left shoulder on top of the right. Gaze might be up to your left fingers. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the hand down and we'll switch sides. Placing the left hand in front of the feet, tailbone still lifting towards the ceiling, soft bend in the knees, straighten out your right leg, bend in the left as you inhale to lift your right arm high. Gaze might be up towards the right fingers if that's comfortable on your neck. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hand back down. Back into your Uttanasana. Head hangs heavy, give your head a shake. Maybe grab either elbow and just ragdoll yourself out. Let your body hang heavy. Come to a place of stillness. Bring your hands to the floor, soft bending your knees. Chest is touching the thighs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing straight spine. Hands come above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to run through a Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. So coming to mountain pose, Tadasana, the blueprint for all postures in yoga at the top of your mat. Big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels. Really engage through the legs. Press down through the feet, switching the thighs on, making sure the hips are shining forward. Elongate the sides of the body and roll your shoulders away from your ears, palms facing forward, gaze facing forward, crown of your head lifting up towards the ceiling. Inhale, release. Inhale, raise your hands high. Gaze might follow, palms might touch. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding over those thighs, bringing your chest down to touch your thighs. Soft bend in the knees, coming into your Uttanasana, your forward fold, hands touch the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back with your right, step back with your left into your high plank. Push those heels towards the back of the room. The shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes, bring your chest onto the floor, keeping your arms in at the rib cage. Press down into the top of the mat with your tops of your feet as you inhale to your Bhujangasana, your low cobra. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears, bottom ribs on the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Bend your knees, tuck your toes as you exhale into your downward facing dog. Send those tailbones high. Bring the heels down to the floor. Head comes between the arms and your ears are in line with your biceps. Really making sure that the weight is distributed evenly between your legs and your shoulders at this point. Gaze is towards your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and walk or step to the top of your mat, landing in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing straight spine, hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we're going to go through a modified Surya Namaskar A with a little bit of a twist. Don't forget to smile. Take a drink if you need to. Set yourself up in Tadasana. It's Wednesday, it's hump day. You can have a glass of wine after this if you like, or a beer. Or you can have one now. I'm not watching, I'm not judging. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, hinge, fold at your hips. Coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold, straight spine, head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with your right and step back with your left once more into your high plank. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, lower down through your knees, untuck your toes and bring your chest to the floor, keeping your elbows into your rib cage. As you inhale to your Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, bending your knees, tucking your toes and sending that tailbone high into the sky. Pressing down and grounding down through your index finger and your thumb. We're going to inhale and lift the right leg high, squaring off those hips. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow. So you're twisting. Inhale, extend your right leg up high. And this time as you exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. And then let your right foot come down. Pivot on your left foot and lift up into your fallen star. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Weight is in your back foot as well as your fingers on your right hand. Breathe. Inhale, elongate. As you exhale, plant the hand. Step back with your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right leg to the floor. Take a breath in your down dog. Second side, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, send your leg high. Flex your left foot, keeping your hips square. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow and then push your left foot out. Drop your right heel and then send your right arm into the sky for your fallen star on this side. Press down through the little toe on your right foot. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your foot, plant your hand. As you inhale back into your three-legged dog. Exhale, normal downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, bend the knees and step forward to the front of your mat, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, center straight spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely. So take a drink if you need to. Just going to see who's... There's a few people. Hi. Sorry, my face just came really close to the camera there. Might not be good. All right. So we're going to move into a Surya Namaskar B. So a Sun Salutation B. This involves a chair, a fierce pose that I've not really taught before, so we'll give it a go. So as you come into your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the front of your mat, rolling your shoulders away from the ears and just feeling that sense of grounding down through your legs. As you inhale, sink back into your chair pose. Your tailbone is lengthening down towards the floor and raise your arms into the air so that your biceps are coming in line with your ears and your weight is just in your heels. So we want to avoid the Beyonce bums here. We don't want to be twerking. We want to be imagining we're sitting back into a chair. Make sure you can see your toes in front of your knees. Weight is in your heels. If this is uncomfortable on the shoulders, you can bring your hands to Namaste, or you can bring them out here. But your chest wants to be pushing forward, shining forward, rather than a rounding in the back. Fierce pose, Utkatasana. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot. And we're just going to keep the right foot lifted. Regularly, normally we will come down into a warrior one. But for what I'm doing tonight, we're going to keep lifted. So stay in your runner's lunge. As you inhale, rise into your high lunge. Breathe here. Keep an elongation in the sides of the body. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Keeping a bend in this front knee, making sure you can see your toes over your knee. We're going to inhale to prepare. And then we exhale to twist. So bring your right elbow over your left knee. Left elbow comes into the air, strong through that straight back leg. Gaze might come up towards the ceiling. Peel your left shoulder away from your ear. Doesn't matter if you wobble here. Take your time. Breathe. Inhale, coming all the way back to center. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor. Step back with your left leg to meet your right into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bringing your heels down to the floor. Gaze is towards your feet. Tailbones up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Your right leg high. Square off your hips. As you exhale, bring your right leg through, planting your right foot at the front of the mat into your runner's lunge on this side. Scissoring through the thighs as you inhale to rise into your high lunge. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Again, and then bringing your right elbow over your left knee. Breathe here. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back right, step back left into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Send your tailbone high into your down dog. Breathe. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing, hands above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center, second side. Inhale, raise your hands high. I'm going to turn around this side. Exhale, fold and hinge at your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back left, step back right into your high plank. Breathe here. Exhale, lower down through knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Send your tailbone high for your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. As you exhale, bring your left foot forward. Plant it in between your legs, in between your hands, and inhale into your high lunge. Breathe here. This time we're going to twist, bringing your hands to your chest. Bringing your right arm over your left leg. Breathe. I think I've probably done this side twice, so we're just going to go with it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the hands. Step back with your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes, bringing your chest down. Inhale to your Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, send your tailbone high to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring it through, plant it between your hands, and then scissoring your thighs together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower the hands. Step to the top of the mat with your right foot, landing your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left elbow over your right knee, your right thigh. Gaze is up to the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, Samastitihi. Okay, so we're going to go through a Surya Namaskar C, which is a sun salutation C, which is what I probably just did on there anyway. So we'll just go through it. I told you to bear with me on this one. It's a new flow, so we'll just go for it. Let's just run with it, okay? Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Relax that jaw. Push down into the mat. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, fold. Hinge at your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right leg. And then come into your runner's lunge. And then we're going to twist. Plant your right hand on the inside of your left leg. As you inhale, lift that left arm high and twist to the left. Keeping your knee stacked over your ankle. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your left foot. Plant your left hand. Step back with your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, lower through knees, chest, and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to your up dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Sending that tailbone high once more. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your right leg high. As you exhale, bring that right foot through. Plant the hand and plant the foot and come into your runner's lunge on this side. Now, we're going to stay here for a moment. If you have a block handy, or if you have a cushion or a book that you use at the beginning of the class, then please feel free to grab this now, because we're going to move into a little bit of a balance. We're going to move into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So keeping grounded through this right foot, bringing our right hand to the block, or it can rest on the floor just in front of the foot, or to the book or the cushion. And then we're going to shift the weight forward into that right leg, lifting that left leg, flexing the left foot. If this is enough, as far as you want to go, you can stay here. If you want to go into the full half moon, you can pivot on your hips and then bring your left arm up to the ceiling, keeping your hips stacked over one another and your shoulders stacked on top of each other. Your gaze might go up towards your left palm, flexing your left foot and just rotating your left hip outwards slightly, keeping strong through that right leg. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the body. As you exhale, plant that hand down on the floor. Remove the block. And bring your left foot up to meet your right, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Hands come above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do the second side. You can stay where you are. I'm only turning around just so that you can see me. So no need for you guys to turn around at this point. Big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels. Roll those shoulders away from your ears. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, step back with your left foot, coming into your runner's lunge, planting your left hand on the inside of your right foot. As you inhale to twist on this side, lifting, lengthening that right arm into the sky, keeping the right knee into the body as you feel the twist. Gaze might be up at the right fingers, if that's comfortable on the neck. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, framing your foot, and step back into your high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale through your up double cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale into your downward facing dog, sending your tailbone high. Heels come to the floor. Breathe. Inhale, lifting that left leg high, squaring off the hips. As you exhale, bring your left leg forward into your runner's lunge on this side. Now, grab the block again if you need to as we move into our half moon pose, our Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, shift the weight forward, lifting that back leg and flexing your right foot. Now, like before, you can stay here if you like. No pressure to move. If you want to come further into the full posture, pivot your hip and flexing your right foot, raising that right hand to the ceiling if it's comfortable to do so, strong through the left leg. Gaze might be up at those left fingers. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, release that leg back to meet the left. Landing your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely. Okay, so we're just going to move into a bit of a warrior flow now. So take a drink if you need to. So setting up for your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Ground down through those feet, engage the legs, engage your core, engage the sides of your body, palms facing forwards. Reach that crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Inhale, raising your hands high. Exhale, hinge, folding at your hips. Coming down into your Uttanasana. Head hangs heavy, hands come to the floor. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands and step back with your left foot. And then bring the outside of your left foot so that it's parallel with the back of your mat. Keeping a bend in your right knee. And inhaling, windmilling all the way over into your Virabhadrasana to your warrior two. Now make sure your alignment is correct here. You want your heel in line with the arch of your left foot. You can widen your stance if that's more comfortable in order to go deeper into the lunge. You want to be able to see your toes over your knee, pushing down, grounding down through the little toe in your left foot. Arms come to shoulder height. Relax the shoulders, torso is straight. Gaze is down your right middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, release. Inhale, reach forward with your right hand. As you exhale, bring your right arm to your right thigh. And then lift your left arm up to the ceiling into your extended side angle. Gaze might be up at your left fingers. Peel your shoulder away from your ears and feel that lovely long line of energy all the way up the side of your left body. Breathe. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, straighten out that front leg. And then heel toe your foot in, setting up for your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, left hip pushes towards the back of the room as you reach forward with your right hand. Exhale, bringing your right hand to the floor. Left hand comes high. Gaze is up to those left fingers. Keep breathing. Draw that right hip round and the left hip back, opening up the front of the body. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, hands to the hips. And then we're going to set up for our revolved Trikonasana here. So bringing your left foot slightly in and at a 45-degree angle so that your hips are shining forward. Both your right toes are pointing towards the front of the mat. Your left toes are pointing towards the corner of the mat. Take a breath. If you have tight hips, you can move your foot out to the side slightly. We're going to inhale to elongate the body. creating space for us to then hinge and exhale over the hips, over the thighs, bringing your left hand down either to the inside of your right foot or to the outside or just in front. And then we're going to twist to the right. Right arm raises high. Gaze might come up to those right fingers, keeping straight through both of those legs. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your right hand down, staying in this position, and we're going to move into our revolved Ardha Chandrasana, so our revolved half moon. Again, grabbing that block if you need to, keeping that left hand either planted on the floor or on the block or the cushion or your book. You're going to shift your weight into your right foot, your right leg. Lift your left leg, flex your left foot. If you want to stay here, that's fine. Take a moment. As you inhale to prepare, exhale, revolve yourself to the right, bringing your right hand up into the air, into your revolved half moon. Breathe. Doesn't matter if you wobble or you can't balance here, that's fine. Inhale, exhale, bring your hand back down, release and remove your block, bringing your left leg up to meet your right, landing your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands come above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so we'll do that on the second side. So bringing yourself into your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels. Smile. Elongate the sides of the body. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips, coming all the way down into your Uttanasana. Soft bend in the knees if you need to. Head hangs heavy. Hands touch the floor. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time when you fold, step back with your right foot, bringing the outside of your right foot parallel with the back of your mat. Your toes on your left leg, your left foot pointing forward. Bending this left knee. Scissor those thighs in together as you inhale. Windmill the arms over into your Virabhadrasana 2 on this side. Bending the knee, make sure you can see your toes. Drawing that knee into the midline. Ground down through the little toe of your right foot. Arms are shoulder height. Strong in that warrior. Torso is straight. Gaze, focus, drishti is down your left middle finger. Breathe. Inhale, reach forward with your left arm, sending that right hip back. And then bring your left arm to your left thigh, sending your right hand high into your extended side angle. Gaze can be up at your right fingers if you wish, if that's comfortable on the neck. Making sure to keep the shoulder away from the ears, drawing that right hip back. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bring your hands to your hips, straightening out that front leg. Heel toe your right foot in, setting up for your Trikonasana. As you inhale to rise, keeping both legs straight. Exhale, reach forward. And then lower your left arm to the floor or to your left shin, rising into your triangle, your Trikonasana. Strong through both standing legs. Peeling your right shoulder away from the ear, shining that chest through. Gaze might be up at the hands. Keep breathing. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Bringing your hands to your hips and then setting up for your revolved Trikonasana. So I'm going to turn around this way this time so that you can see me, but you can stay where you are. So left toes are pointing forwards. Right toes are about a 45-degree angle, so they're pointing towards the right corner of the mat. Hips are squared. Legs are straight. Inhale, raise the hands. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding over this left front leg. And then you're going to bring your right hand either on the inside of your right foot, on the outside of your right foot, or just in front of you. And then you're going to twist to the left, peeling your left shoulder away from you, keeping strong in both those legs. Gaze might be up at the left fingers. Breathe. You'll revolve Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the hand, keeping the right hand on the floor. We're going to shift the weight over into our revolved half moon. So if you want to grab your cushion or your block at this point, or your textbook, rolled up towel, whatever you're using, you can feel free to do that. As we inhale to prepare, exhale, shift the weight forward into that left leg, lifting and extending, lengthening that right leg, flexing the right toes. You can stay here if you like, squaring off the hips, making sure not to drop into this left hip. As you exhale, revolve your moon, revolved half moon. Gaze might be up at your left fingers. Doesn't matter if you wobble, you can wobble and shake and fall out the posture, it's all right. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands back down, remove your block, step up to the front of your mat with your right foot, landing in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands come above your head. Exhale, Samasthiti. Well done, guys, that was amazing. So take a drink, and we're just going to move down into our final seated postures. So, done quite a lot of twists and revolved postures this evening. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've really enjoyed doing something a little bit different. We'll be continuing along the same path for the next few flows if you're still joining in and you're still enjoying it. So let's move down onto the floor. Coming into our Tadasana. Ground down through those feet. Feel the energy rise up through the body. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in and release. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, fold, hinging at your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana once more, your forward fold. Hands touch the floor, head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back into your high plank, pushing your heels away. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down through Chaturanga, or straight onto your knees, untucking your toes, coming all the way down onto the floor. We're going to move into Salabhasana. So bringing your arms out to the sides, with your fingers pointing towards your toes, your palms facing down, tops of your feet are pressed down into your mat. The gaze is just in front of your mat here, rather than dipping your gaze and looking towards your chest. Setting yourself up, you want to really push through the feet, ground through the feet and engage the glutes. As you inhale, lift your chest off the floor and then start to lift your feet. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades in together, and maybe balance on those hip bones or those pelvic bones, the pubis bone even. Breathe, keeping your gaze forward. If you just want to lower your legs and just come into a gentle back bend here, just with your chest lifted and pushing forwards, that's fine. Or you can just hover here, keep breathing. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale to prepare. Lifting the chest. Exhaling, lifting those feet. Maybe bringing the feet together. Shoulders are away from the ears. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Bringing the hands underneath the forehead. Bringing your big toes to touch. I'm just going to shake the hips out to the side slightly just to ease off that back. Coming to a place of stillness. And then we're just going to come up into a sphinx. So placing your elbows underneath your shoulders. Forearms are on the floor. Gaze is coming forwards, and we're just going to lift the chest. And then bringing the right arm in front of us so that it's at a T. And we're going to roll onto the right side, bringing our left hand to our left hip, bringing the left leg in, and then planting it behind us and reaching up just to stretch out one last time that side body. Bringing your hand back down, releasing the leg, and then repeating on the other side. So bringing the left arm in front, rolling onto the side, bringing that right leg behind you, and then lifting up the right arm, gaze is towards the right fingers. Exhale, release. Rolling onto our backs this time, so it doesn't matter which way your head is. Coming down onto our backs. And we're just going to set up for one final little back bend, a little bit of a bridge pose. So you can go here if you like, you don't need to. You can just rest in this posture before we move into our final twists. So bringing the heels in towards the bum, placing the tops, so the palms of the hands on the mat. And we're just going to use the energy as we press down, ground down through the feet into the mat, and then gently lift the hips and send the hips high, coming into your bridge pose. Keeping that neck long, keep breathing here. Exhale, slowly lower vertebrae by vertebrae, back down onto the mat. Bring your legs out to the side, and then bring your knees to touch. Maybe windscreen wiper your legs from left to right. Coming to a place of stillness. Bringing your right leg in towards your chest, giving it a big hug. Bringing your left leg in towards your chest, giving that a big hug. Maybe rocking from side to side. And then we're going to bring our right arm out long. And then slowly guide our legs over to the left, keeping your right shoulder planted into the mat, gazing down your right fingers if that's comfortable on the neck. Inhale, coming all the way back to center. Release the gaze, and then release your left arm out to the side, and then gently guide your legs over to the right. Your gaze might be down your left arm towards your left fingers, keeping your left shoulder pushed into the mat. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Give yourself another big hug. Exhale, releasing your legs down to the ground, bringing your legs out long, bringing your hands and your arms to rest at the side of your body, releasing those shoulders, closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it go through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Release through the mouth. Relaxing your feet. Relaxing the backs of your calves. Relaxing your thighs, the back of your quads. Relaxing your lower back. your upper back, and your full torso into the mat. Letting your shoulders relax. Letting your head melt into the mat. Letting your face relax. Your jaw. Maybe bringing that gaze back between the eyebrows to your third eye center. Shavasana. Slowly, as you bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, back to the mat, back to the room. Taking one last deep breath in through the nose and releasing anything that no longer serves you this evening, letting it all go. Bring your knees in towards your chest and then gently rolling onto your right hand side into the fetus position, the place of rebirth. Remember that everything that has been has passed. Everything that is coming is new as we move forward into the coming weeks and months. Feeling calm in the mind and prepared for anything that lies ahead. Slowly bringing yourself up to seated, keeping your gaze soft and your eyes closed if you wish, allowing that essence of your Shavasana to linger a little longer. Bringing your hands to rest, palms touching at your heart center, thumbs pressed against your sternum. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. Thank you for joining me on the mat this evening, for practicing the twists, the new flow that I'm not quite nailed yet, but I will do for next time. Bringing your thumbs to rest between your eyebrows, your third eye center, where your thoughts and your intuition lie. May those thoughts be positive and may they be kind. May you be kind to yourself in your thinking, enabling you to go forward with a more easy, positive frame of mind. Namaste. Thank you to anyone who's joined me this evening. I will be here again, hopefully, on Sunday morning. So in the meantime, I'll leave this flow up for the next couple of days if anybody wants to come and practice it. And yeah, if you have any questions, or if you want some more yoga, if you'd like me to do a faster flow or a slower flow or whatever, please just send me a message on my Facebook, Amy Farnworth Yoga, or my Instagram, Amy Farnworth Yoga. Um, any sort of feedback is really greatly appreciated. I know it's not the ideal setting to teach a yoga class, but I do just want to keep giving you this space and this time to practice. I need it, and I know some of you guys might need it as well. So keep coming back, keep watching, and make sure you're keeping yourselves safe and you're keeping yourselves healthy and well. All right. Take care. See you later.